Good morning, everybody. John Swift here. So I had this idea that I would do this thing called like a weekly check-in every week, maybe. Just an idea, just a thought. Because I did a vlog at home the other week about New Year's and about people give me their feedback and stuff like that. And I thought that went pretty well and stuff. I was sitting in front of the computer this morning and I thought maybe it would be kind of cool to do a little, just a short video. Like I always say short, but it ends up being 5 minutes or 10 minutes. But just some things that I was thinking about. Like yesterday, I went out and shot a video on Northport, and I just thought I would talk about a little bit about behind the scenes of that video. I put that on last night, and I just thought I would talk a little bit about that. Um, the funny, so what I want to talk about was, yeah, it's still a little early. It's not 10 o'clock yet, but is for some reason when I am doing videos, if I put the camera on a tripod, I have trouble talking. Like right now, I'm holding the camera in my hand basically. Usually, what I do is I just hold my cell phone in front of my face. And for some reason, that's like a connection thing because you're close to me and it's like I'm talking to a friend, I guess, because the camera is maybe a foot and a half from my face, something like that. And I'm wearing my cowboy hat today. I thought maybe I would wear different hats every week. Just, I got a couple different hats from costumes and stuff. I would just wear a different hat every day just for fun. Anyway, so we were in Northport and we were in the middle of this neighborhood that's I don't know how big it is, to tell you the truth. It's hard to tell by that map. Northport, the Northport area is so scattered. It's in most neighborhoods they make the roads north and south, and then east and west. Like it's like a 90-degree thing, so it looks like little squares. But Northport there's so many little in that part where it crosses I-75, which is east of the water, where the ocean is. It's the people who laid out that property. Like I was talking on the video, it was like the General Development Corporation laid that out, and for some reason they laid out all the streets in like little circles and curves. Everything is curving and twisted, so you can't drive straight down a road. Here comes my cat. Bob wants to be in the video again. Did you want to come up, Bob? Come on. Come on, be in the vlog today. Come on, Bob. Come on. There he is. He just came out of nowhere. We talked about this last time. For some reason, when I'm talking, he likes to come over and hang out with me. He likes to come over and hang out with me, whether or not. But for some reason, when the camera starts rolling, here he is with his butt right in the camera. He is a TV star, Bob. You are a vlogging star. Maybe I'll start another channel called John and Bob Swift. All right, so yeah, the roads are all twisty turny. So if you try to go in there and drive through there, man, you have to have your GPS on because you can't tell where you're going. You're turning right, turning left, going in a circle, coming back around. It's bizarre. It is just really one of the most crazy things. How somebody let that corporation draw up a map like that where everything was in these big circles. This one neighborhood was like kind of a big circular area, and then each part of the circle had like little fingers going off, like a sun, fingers going off, and then each one had a cul-de-sac. So it was like this big circle with cul-de-sacs in each area. Like I said, there was like 6 fingers. It's just I've never seen anything like that. I've seen neighborhoods, newer neighborhoods around here that they've planned. They try to do it so there's no straight lines. For some reason, I don't know what that style is all about, but the roads sort of do curve back and forth through the neighborhoods. But they do have like regular kind of streets and everything. But this Northport, I don't even know what the development was called because it's such a big area. I want to say it's about 20 miles or something like 10 miles, 20 miles of neighborhood areas that are just scattered. And then there'll be like, there'll be like one house on one street, and then there won't be, for the rest of that little section, there won't be any more houses. So anyway, back to the thing about if I had the camera on the tripod for some reason, I cannot talk. So the beginning of the video, the Northport abandoned development, which I just put on, that video, the beginning, we were trying to shoot it. I had my tripod sitting on the back of the car so it was up nice and high so you could see down the road, kind of like in a follow the yellow brick road type of shot from a movie, where you could see the road just sort of goes on into the distance. And Kim and I could not talk. And I'm beginning to think it's a thing with a camera. Like I have to have my hands, my hand has to be on the camera to talk. It's like it's too far away, and I feel like I'm like shouting across a river or something. I don't know. I just I'm not I'm not great at talking to the camera when I hold it. I mean, it's not like I'm the best orator talker, but for some reason it's just a weird thing. So I must have done 5 or 6 takes of that beginning thing, which I hardly ever have to do. A lot of times when I do these vlogs, I'll mess up, but I'll just kind of scuttle over it or whatever. So anyway, that was what was on my mind this morning as far as some behind the scenes stuff. Yes, there was people shooting out there too. I'd guess it was maybe a mile away, but I just hope there was enough trees out there to keep bullets from flying. In the video I said that there was the bullets dry. I don't know why I said the bullets were driving, but I should have said the bullets. Hope no bullets were flying through the woods over here. But when I grew up in the 70s, a lot of people shot guns outside too, and they weren't shooting at anything. They were just shooting at targets. And I think Northport is kind of like that now, with a lot of. Can I use the word rednecks? That's what we call country people in Sarasota. I don't know if that's a bad word in this politically correct society, but I hope nobody takes offense by that. I mean, I used to feel like I was a redneck when I was growing up in Sarasota because I was out in the woods with my BB gun shooting at stuff and, dipping tobacco and wearing, a red man hat. I used to do that too. Not as much now, but anyway. So this is a check-in. This is just sort of a weekly check-in thing. I thought we would just have a little talk about what happened over the weekend and stuff, and things went pretty well. I was really. The other thing about that is the video. When I went out there, I had no idea what I would shoot because I'm thinking if I'm going into a neighborhood where there's just streets and what am I going to talk about, But somehow I just sort of racked my brain and thought I'll do some history of the people who built the neighborhood and all that, and I'll talk about that. And then I actually remembered that there was a serial killer that was killing people in that general direction, probably within a 10-mile area of that direction. And I actually had to report when I used to work at the TV station. At that time I had to report on the case and film some of the case. So at the trial, actually, I didn't actually go out in the field, but anyway. All right, so hope you guys have a great week. I'll see you in the next adventure video, hopefully. And maybe next week we'll do another check-in. John Swift check-in. And I'll be wearing a different hat, too. So take care, guys. I love you guys. See ya.